Morning, everybody. It's May 30th. And I wanted to give everybody a little garden update. This is my bed that I put in 2019. Spinach. It's starting to bolt. I've got my snap peas in the back. I have my regular peas along here. This frame that you see, that's my low tunnel. I just didn't feel like taking it off yet. My kale's looking really good. It was a little thin. That's a volunteer garlic there. I think it's a garlic. Some lettuce, some Linux lettuce as well. More kale. I planted some bok choy this year, and I'm really, really happy with it. It's called Purple Lady. And then some chard coming up. Arugula. Just planted that jalapeno back there. My beets didn't do so hot this year. So I planted, I can't remember what the heck I planted there, but it's just coming up. I have my turnips. I already harvested a whole bunch of French breakfast radishes. I have more coming up, more peas, and a little bit of mint down there. Swing around and we'll do the deck. So this is the patio area. I kind of do a lot of, mostly flowers up here. This is some radishes, though. I just threw them into the bottom of these poles that I created with hanging baskets. These are all zinnias coming up here, which I'm really excited about. And I have these pepper plants, and maybe somebody could help me. I thought it was sunburn, but what I'm thinking it is now is something called white powder mildew, and I never had it before, so if somebody knows what that is, I really would appreciate some help, because I can't seem to figure it out. Okay, this is just some residual plants, some chamomile, and some more bok choy and okra that I'm going to throw in. See how that goes. Back here, I have some stand-up boxes. I usually use these for herbs. That you could see this is all basil in the back. It's going a little slow this year because we got a lot of water. And then this is all arugula here. Some runaway cause here. But this is cause down the middle here. And the back row is dill, and then in between I sowed a rows of radishes, and then I have some loose leaf in the front. It's a little crowded, but you know, it's okay. These are my potatoes. They're killing it. I have to bury them today. But I wanted to get them on camera because they're doing so well. The thing that's interesting is you can start to see, I think, maybe I'm naive, but I brought this up. But the leaves are a little different. And each kind of, sorry, the sun isn't working for me here. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's a variety thing. This is my my pig. He's got some zinnias growing in him as well. And then there's some onions. This is some more zinnias there. This is some morning glory, I believe. And then we go into the main part of the garden back here. Morning, Augie. Come here. This is my tomato bed. My main tomato bed, anyway. I've got a variety of plants in here. This poor little guy in the front's got to get replaced. But for the most part, they're doing pretty good. These real healthy, stocky ones, these ones, I put those in. This used to have a hoop on it, and then I put the black plastic down. And I put those plants in March. Early March, and they did great. Even though it snowed, no problems. More spinach. These are my first beds, this one here. And again, you can see the issue. You see that? I don't know what that is. I got some really, I don't know if you can see those little dots there, but that's all zinnia seeds sprouting. I'm really excited about that. And then up here, I'm putting in another grow bed of zinnias, which we like to cut flowers, so. Okay. Sunflower in the corner. And then I have some Swiss chard. My lone onion that survived. Some kale, that's scarlet kale, and then some Tuscan kale. Again, a runaway cause, it looks like. Here we have a weed. Here we have some arugula, though, and it just took off, did great. Loose leaf lettuce, more bok choy, and spinach. Interestingly enough, everything's a little mixed up in here because I had to put this fence up because my dog walked through it and it kind of messed everything up. These are some of my cabbages. They're doing really well. Probably overcrowded my first year growing cabbages. It's the only thing I haven't grown from seed. So, it's doing really nicely. I'm happy. But I thought that I could interplant some lettuce, but the lettuce I'm going to probably harvest today and just eat that up because it's not going to live, right? And then I got to plant something here. I haven't quite decided. You'll see some little baby sprouts coming up. And those are some Sulong cucumbers. Then I'm going to build a trellis here, just a small one, over to this bed where I have these little baby dragon eggs coming up. So I'm pretty excited to have a trellis. And then I have some more tomatoes over here and some more sunflowers. I'll come down. This bed I have my... I don't know if you can see that. This is my forked lima beans. This is my carrots here, and some lame tomatoes that I'm trying to. They're Amish paste. I'm trying to resurrect them. They were really bad. This is a rose bush that I need to get rid of. These are some sunflowers and some zinnias and some. What kind of plant is that, Mitch? The little flower. So like my nice neighbor gave me these beautiful flowers, and I'm going to plant those. I'm having a hard time finding flowers this year due to the pandemic. And then he's got these beautiful grow bags that he's planted to 3 sisters. Carrots. And carrots. These carrots are killing mine. I can't grow a carrot to save my life. I don't know why. I just don't have the knack. Okay, there's a whole other portion to this garden. But over here we have, these are all echinaceas here. And these are lavender plants all along here. I wanted this to be like an herb path, so I have some sage growing. I have this really incredibly beautiful head of lemon thyme. I don't know if you see that. It's awesome. Back here, this is going to be kind of like just my wildflower garden kind of area. So I used to have beds here that they didn't do well because I'm really live on a rock on the side of a mountain, right? So I planted some zinnias, some wildflowers, and then over here I had extra potatoes. So I threw them in, I mounded them up, and they came up nicely. So I got to bury them today. And then we got some nice mint growing here. But then I have the dreaded poison ivy as well. So I have to weed this out and oh so carefully get rid of my poison ivy. Back here, this is the backyard. That's our shower, outdoor shower. I have to stain it. I did the walkway. I'll take you down there. So back here I have 5 more grow beds. And just stain this. I was really proud of myself, thank you. And I have zucchinis growing here. I put some beans along the edge because I plan on putting a trellis between that and this bed that also has beans growing along the edge. And this has some melons in it. This is my first year with melons. Maybe I put the straw down too soon. I'm not quite sure. Over here, I have a couple of tomatoes again. This is why I think it might be that. See this? That's why I think it's that white powder of the mildew. I don't know how to get rid of it. This one's just got a little flower on it. See? So I was kind of surprised because these guys aren't doing so hot. Butternut squash coming up nicely. Watermelon just coming up, really. And then back here, I just put in another bed. And that one is going to be peppers. And there's some nice, they're looking good, those pepper plants. Go ahead, buddy, you can do it. That's Augie. Okay, that's the garden tour.